They're just dates. How bad could they be? Well, this packet of dates has the same amount of sugar as this entire mud cake. It also has about the same number of calories as 4 cheeseburgers from McDonald's, and about the same number of carbohydrates as 5 double choc muffins. When trying to lose weight, you probably wouldn't snack on a mud cake throughout the week, but you might snack on a pack of dates, thinking, what harm could it possibly do? The point of this reel is to demonstrate that just because something is healthy and nutritious does not mean it is low in calories.
No, I get his point. He's trying to convey the message that just because something is healthy doesn't necessarily mean that it's low in calories. And it's calories in versus calories out that dictates weight loss. Well, not so fast. Although that's a popular belief that a calorie is indeed a calorie, that's not necessarily true when it comes to weight loss. Now, don't get me wrong, both models, the carbohydrate insulin model, which states that high glycemic foods make you fat, and the energy balance model both apply to the laws of physics. While it's true that calories expenditure and calorie intake can indeed lead to weight loss or weight gain, there's way more to this story than it seems. A calorie has the capability to affect your metabolism differently. To bring the concept a little bit closer, let's have a look at the works from Kevin Hall. I highly recommend you to read the following paper that I'm about to share. In that paper, they break down why the carbohydrate insulin model has a lot of limitations. What this paper also highlights really well is the energy balance model. The energy balance model tries to answer the questions on why we have an obesity epidemic going on today. This paper was released in 2022 by Kevin Hall and colleagues. A good model that seeks to answer the questions on why we have an obesity epidemic going on needs to specifically answer the following questions. What explains between-person variability in adiposity? What explains the global shifts in population's prevalence of obesity over the past several decades? We can get partial answers from genetics, because genetics can explain 75% of variability among persons or individuals. And although changes in physical activity occurred, and of course the environment around us changed, they basically allow you to move around less. These authors believe that the changes in the food environments are likely the primary driver. Alright, I read through the paper multiple times. Allow me to try to summarize the model in very simple terms. The number one organ that is responsible for the obesity epidemic is your brain. The brain helps us regulate our body weight by responding to the food signals, so the foods we eat, and to the body's internal needs. And here's the catch. That happens often without us being aware of it. The rise in obesity is linked to changes in our food environment, which leads to eating more and having more energy available in our bodies. Hormones such as insulin, glucagon, peptide YY, GLP-1, ghrelin, and leptin, for example, help the body manage how the nutrients are being used and send signals to the brain on when we should eat and when we should not eat. As obesity develops, organs like the liver and muscles get more energy, which can lead to extra fat being stored in places where it should not be. The brain monitors energy levels within these organs and help us regulate the food intake. How exactly this happens is not yet clear and needs to be studied further. And when we gain weight, the body adapts on how we use the 3 different fuel types: proteins, fats, and carbs. Most of the changes in energy storage happen as fat storage, regardless of what we eat. Additionally, genetic differences affect how people respond to these processes, explaining why some people are more likely to become obese than others in similar environments. This is a very simplified version of the energy balance model. And although that's not the case for some people, but for the vast majority of people, it's probably not the willpower that these people are lacking. As for example, the new weight loss drugs are indicating. It's a different hormones that affects different parts of our metabolism that can make weight loss easier for some and way harder for others. A calorie is indeed a calorie in the laws of physics. But how a calorie affects your metabolism, that is a different story. And it's the latter that can have a huge impact on whether you are obese or not. What are your thoughts about this topic? Feel free to let me know in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you during my next video.